Hello, Retroburn here. Today we are going to unbox the Dragon War Steel Wings optical switch keyboard. So I'm not a tech person, so this is going to be just a very simple unboxing. So I think they named this the Steel Wings because it has these fancy smartphone tablet thingamagic holders on it. But what makes it special is that it has this fairly new optical switch technology. So I researched some, and if I've got it right, instead of mechanical switches, I mean, these are mechanical switches because these have springs too, like the mechanical ones. But the additional feature is that there's a bar of light in each of the switches, and once you push one, once you actuate one, there's going to be it's going to allow the light to strike the other end, the receiving end. So once you click on it, it allows the light to beam through into the receiver. Thus, it's going to tell the computer that, hey, a switch has been actuated. So that's basically it in a nutshell. So anyway, so it has a backlight illumination, 6-color style illumination. They're claiming that it's 25% faster than a normal keyboard, but we'll see about that. Although I have no means of gauging that down to the last millisecond, of course. It has a separatable accessories and a smartphone stand. So this thing is made in China. Somewhere here, there's there you go. It's made in China. So I think, yeah, they need a writer for this because some of the print has some very weird English. So anyway, turning it over. So we have this. It has N key roll over. The Dragon Steel Wing supports N key roll over for up to unlimited keys. Now this in itself is wrong because if memory serves, N key roll over means that it has basically that unlimited keys. You can press all the keys in the keyboard, and it's still going to I mean, the clicks are still going to register, all of them, on the PC. Yeah, very critical about the English, but listen to me talk. Anyway, now several key commands can simultaneously be performed quickly and precisely during action-packed gaming situations, yada yada yada. They're still basically saying the same thing. And yep, it's 2,800 in my neck of the woods. So basically, it's somewhere in the, if you convert it to US dollars, it's somewhere in the $55 range. So although it's expensive, it is expensive for a keyboard, but it is still, I think, the cheapest optical keyboard out there. At the time this video was taken, it's February 2018. Moving on, so optical switch keyboard. The optical keyboard is very simple. A light beam is sent from the emitter to the receiving sensor, and the actuated key blocks, reflects, refracts, or otherwise interacts with the beam, resulting in an identified key. So basically that's what I told you guys earlier. And durable keystrokes that can last up to 100 millions. It's not 100 million, but it's 100 millions clicks. It has zero lag response with lightning speed. The speed of key reaction is as fast as 0.2 milliseconds. Optical switch travel with a distance of 3 millimeters, which is 25 faster than traditional metal switch, which has a travel distance of 4 mm. But if memory serves, there are several optical keyboard reviews already, and those can actuate switches by as small a distance as 1.3 millimeters, I think. So 3 millimeters is not that impressive, but yep, I think this is better than your normal keyboard. So anyway, on with the unboxing, because we've already seen what the box has to show us. But wait, here on this end is they're advertising some of their products like the mouse and headsets, and we really don't care about that one. Ditto, it's the same thing on the other side. Yep, there you go. But yeah, we don't really care about those. So anyway, on with the unboxing. So this thing has a 7-day warranty, so even my supplier isn't very confident about this one. Dragon War is a fairly new brand compared to their Razer products. They offer a 1-year warranty. So this only has 7 days. And I think this has been with me for 5 days, I think, because I've been very busy. So I didn't have the time to open this one up until now. Very simple, no frills. It's just a keyboard and several foam pieces. These are the steel wings, but I don't think I'm going to use these. It's just a novelty. Okay, we have Backlight Illumination Guide. That's function button plus up is that's going to up the brightness. Function down the reverse. Function right is speed up, and the function left is the reverse. Function plus what's this? Windows lock. Okay, that's going to be convenient. Function print screen 6 is key roll over, and the screen, what's this? A screen lock is the N key rollover mode. That's superior. So why should I opt for 6 key rollover anyway? After this unboxing, I'm going to maybe append a mini review how this keyboard is going to act. I mean, it's going to once I plug this in, how it's going to look like, and I'm going to show you its different modes, if they ever work. That is, if the contraption works. So we have a lighting effect mode, so it's pretty cool. So we have breath lighting switch, and a stream lighting switch, diagonal lighting switch, wave lighting switch, and the last one is reacting explosion lighting switch. Oh my god, there's no off mode. Holy. Anyway, gaming mode, we've got the first person shooter mode. So I think this is going to light up only these keys right here. What's this? CF? What's CF? So the CF mode is going to light up all these keys. There you go. CODs, I think it's Call of Duty. RDS, okay, real-time strategy is pretty useful. And then they've got a mode for League of Legends. That's awesome. I used to be one, but I've stopped playing the game for several months now. 7, 8, 9 is self-design. I don't know what that means. Maybe you can customize what goes and what doesn't. But I don't see any disc here that contains a CD. Okay, so that's it for the backlight illumination guide. So there's no way to turn off the RGB lighting. And that's pretty bad. I'm not really a fan of RGB lighting because I opine that the screen should be the focus of your attention, not the peripherals. But anyway. Here are some very tiny screws. I don't know what these are for. Maybe it's for the steel wings? Nope. They don't have anything in the way of... Nope. It's for something else entirely. On with the keyboard. This one doesn't have anything in it. That's weird. And it's a palm rest. What is this? It's just a keyboard, cardboard strip. So this is the palm rest. Get this out of the way. Here we go. And awesome. It has this very texture-y thing. It's just too shiny for my taste. There we go. And this is battle-worn Dragon War logo there. And here's how it sounds like. So it's just usual plastic, nothing special. Okay, let's get out of the way. And then we'll unpack the keyboard itself. Oh, it has a metal thingamajig on it. Nice, awesome. There's another cardboard strip. Why are there two of these? Let's get the box out of the way. Go. And the main star of the show. Here you go. So the Dragon War Steel Wings. The box said that it has a gold Dragon Mode USB, but it turns out it doesn't have that. What gives, Dragon War? You say there, Dragon Mode USB gold-plated USB connector. But it doesn't have that. It's just the usual USB. I've been cheated. Where's my gold, dudes? Anyway, not really concerned about gold connectors. Except maybe if they're in with my audio equipment. Which this one clearly isn't. So we've got, I think, a ferrite choke right there. And how is this connected? Okay, it's there. And this is quite impressive, as I didn't expect this one. It has a metal bar. I don't know what the material is, but it is metal. It's not plastic. Here we go. And it still has this texturized, shiny, speckled finish on both the metal bar and the plastic was this body. But this black piece here isn't plastic. Oh wait, it has a metal cover. So wait. Yeah, this one is plastic, definitely. The underside is plastic. It has a rubber feet right here. There are 5 pads in all. There's 1, 2, and 3, and of course both here on the metal was this chassis thingamajig. So this is plastic, but this isn't. There's also stand, and it has rubber feet too. That's very thoughtful of them. But it's not quite as sturdy as it appeared to be. Initially appeared to be. Because it's just glued on right there. You can even see the adhesive. But yeah, very, very pleased, because I didn't expect these metal parts. It has even this metal plating, and no, you cannot twist it, even if you try to twist the keyboard. You cannot. It is very, very sturdy. So that's metal. This thing right here is just one piece, just one continuous piece right there that flows. It covers the entire thing actually until here, where this line divides the metal part into the plastic underside. So yep, in terms of durability, except for this feet right here, this is this is one sturdy piece of equipment. So as you can see, I think it's safe to say that each key is individually lighted. I mean, it has lights for each of the keys. So there's this white Dragon War logo on it. So this is how the keyboard sounds. I'm not really too keen on the space bar. It's not as as sturdy as I might have liked it to be. It's kind of it's not really attached to the switches. But hey, it's just $55, so I'm not really expecting top quality material. So let's give it a go. Okay, let's type slow. Definitely very quackety quack switches. Maybe this is how Cherry MX Blues sound. Although this is my first non-membrane keyboard, so I'm not an expert in the matter. but it definitely is very noisy. So all the other keys except the space bar, they're very they feel snug, like they're you know, joined with the rest of the body quite well. But this one isn't. This, you can, it's very wiggly, so I'm not a huge fan of this one. So let's type in very rapid fashion. Okay, so that's it for the unboxing, the Dragon War Steelwing optical keyboard thing. So the second part is where I'll show you how the thing lights up after this one. So there's a model GK010 optical switch light speed keyboard. There you go. So it's made in China, even though their website is .jp. And yeah, we forgot about how it looks like with its feet extended. There you go. There you go. And yep, the armrest. How does this join? Okay, there you go. Comfy, definitely is. Wait. There you go. It's definitely comfy. This is so much better with the palm rest. Okay, so yep, that's it for the first part. So we'll move on to the second. So this is the keyboard with the vaunted steel wings assembled. So there are no screws, you just snap them on like that, and they're very snug. So snug that I want to be disassembling these because I'm afraid that I might inadvertently break these. So here's a closer look at the steel wings. And you can put in your phone here if you want, or any other gadget. So a major complaint of mine is that these rubber stoppers here, I think, are just glued into place. So you can see that it's not really snug, like the corners. You can peel off the corners. I tried to do so, and I think they're just pasted there with some super glue of some sort. So that's one of my complaints. Another is that the palm rest, I didn't bother to screw these on even after 5 months, because I'd rather that they disconnect if I lift the keyboard rather than, yeah, inadvertently breaking these off, because they're not really that thick. So as you can see here, it's just plastic, so you can break these with enough force. So what I do is I just put it on there like that, and then just type away. So anyway, let's turn the thing on. So how you do that is just by plugging it into your computer, and it should turn on. But in this case, I turn the LEDs off. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to show you how it's gonna look if you insert it into PC. Sorry about that. Okay, here we go. Unplugging the USB, and then plugging it back on. pretty fancy. But yeah, I turned on the LEDs, so it has it truly has an onboard memory chip because it remembers the last setting that you put in, even if you unplug it from a computer. So I'm gonna turn it on by pressing the function key and the escape button for 3 seconds. So I'm going to push this and then this, and then there you go. Oh wait, this there you go. So the thing just rebooted, so it's now back to its default settings. Now we're going to tinker with how the lights behave with all these different modes that the developers of this keyboard has made. So there are, wait, we're going to turn it to its lowest, which is off, and there are 4 levels of brightness. So here's the first one, second, third, and then the fourth. So that's the highest. I find that the highest is too distracting, and if you've noticed after 5 months of using that the K switch is now, the LED here has ceased to work. So after 5 months, so it's not that durable. But again, as I said, it's just a very cheap mechanical keyboard. So there is that. Get what you pay for. I don't know if this is just a freak accident that just happened to me, or if it's common with other owners of this keyboard. But anyway, I digress. Yeah, so after brightness, then we have the 6 key rollover and the N key rollover. I'm not too familiar with that. But wait, the camera has lost its focus. There you go. But I found out that with OBS, I set it so that if I press Alt and then the numpad asterisk, if I do this, it's going to start recording. But sometimes it doesn't, so I don't know where the bug lies, if it's on OBS or this keyboard. So there is that. So that's one thing to keep in mind. And then there were a handful of times where I think I clicked on the space button and then the thing just copy pasted the last words that I typed in. So I don't know if it's a bug with my computer or with this system, but that happened only a handful of times, maybe 5 times in the 5 months that I have this keyboard. So it's not really that much of a problem if it is the keyboard's fault. But I thought that but I thought to mention that, just in case. I mean, just to give this a very exhaustive review. Anyway, so on with the lighting effect mode. So first off is it lists here as the breath lighting switch. Okay, so yeah, these guys definitely do need an editor. So that's the function key and the insert. There you go. And then there's also the home. Wait, it's the endless stream lighting switch by pressing the function button and the home button. There you go. The third is the wave lighting switch. Wait, the third is the diagonal lighting switch. Function plus page up. There you go. And then the wave lighting switch, which is function and delete. And then the last one, which is pretty cool actually, is the reactive / explosion lighting switch. So that's function and end. So it turns off the keyboard, and it only activates once you click on a single button, and the entire keyboard lights up from that point of what do you call this, contact, like so. But that's only good if you click one button, but if you type very rapidly, it's going to be a very confusing mess. So I really didn't mess with that. So what I do is, wait, let's set this to its default. There you go. What I usually do is I just put it on its second brightness level. There you go. And then I work, because I find that the third and the fourth is too bright for my liking. There's also the speed thing, but I find that it doesn't work, so it's another con for this product. So I was expecting that if I click that these two would, what's the term, govern how fast or how slow the lighting patterns would play across the keyboard, but it doesn't work. Like, let's try out the diagonal lighting switch, function and page up. There you go. And then if I press what's this, function plus the right key, it doesn't do anything. Like, it's still the same speed. If I press here, it doesn't slow it down. So yeah, it really doesn't work. So I think this product is bugged. Maybe the entire line, or just this one, I don't know. So let's return this to its default state once again, and then we try out the different gaming modes. So this is for the first person shooter mode is function and the 1 key. There you go. So it's just the directional keys. The second is the CF mode. I don't know what this stands for. Crossfire? It's definitely not Counter-Strike. There you go. And then the third is COD, so that's Call of Duty undoubtedly. There you go. And the function plus 4 is real-time strategy mode. And then the fifth is League of Legends, it's LOL mode. This is function plus 5. There you go, first 3 abilities and the ultimate. And then what's Flash Exhaust. And function plus 6 is the car race. There you go. And then the last, I have no idea what this does. It just says self-design. So I'm guessing that you can program this to the keyboard, but they didn't provide any other instruction pamphlet except for this one. But anyway, let's try that out. So that's function and 7, function and 8, and then function and 9. So maybe it's just a quicker way of, deactivating the keyboard rather than pressing function and then the, what do you call this, the brightness keys. So yep, I think that's it actually for the lighting modes of this product. Another thing, one last thing. I mentioned in the first part that I'm not too fond of how the space bar sounds. The other key sounds snug right here, but I found out that it's just not the space bar. It's all the wide keys don't sound right to me. So if you click on this, sorry, I'm sweating like a pig. Click on this, it's like the button seesaws. It's not as snug as the smaller ones. So you can notice that these are noisier than the smaller keyboards. I mean the smaller keys. So that's one thing to keep in mind too if you're interested in this one. Also, I do not like the way it sounds, because when you bottom out a key, because it impacts this hard metal bed right here, so it's not really that comfortable. So I wish that they placed a rubber mat, a thin rubber mat here, just to cushion if just to cushion your push if you do bottom out a key. So there's that, but it's not really a deal breaker. It's more of a minor annoyance. Even annoyance is too strong a word. This thing is solid actually. Like for example, I went to a shop and tested out their Razer keyboard, and I found out that I like how these feel rather than the Razer keys. I don't know. Maybe I'm just fond of the noisy types of mechanical keyboard. Also, I noticed that these have a more tactile feel. So if that's up your alley, this might be the the better choice than all those more expensive keyboard ones. Because yeah, like I said, I prefer this more than the more expensive Razer keyboards. But that's just me. It's just my 2 cents. Not bashing any of the Razer products. In fact, maybe I'm going to buy the Razer Death Adder. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe in the coming months. But look, I did buy this. Stay tuned for that. I'm gonna unbox the Corsair Dark Core RGB mouse in the coming days. Anyway, yeah, enough with the keys and the lighting mode. Another thing that I'd like to say is that say what you will about the construction of the other aspects of this keyboard, like the flimsy what do you call screw holders here. But overall, this thing is built like a tank. Like it's quite hefty and it's very solid. You can even off a person with this thing. Like you can say, "I'll you with my keyboard." So yeah, but I think that's it. So this has been Retroburn, and you've just seen my unboxing and my mini review of the Dragon War Steel Wings. Is it Steel Wings or Steel Wing? It's a Steel Wings keyboard. So there you go. So if you like this video, guys, please like and or subscribe. It would go a long way to support my channel. Stay cool, stay frosty.